그리고 얘가 주인공인 것 같아. 컨트롤, 그래. 컨트롤 어떻게 하는 거야? 카메라 마우스로 하는 건가 본데? 빡쳐지고.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
수상쩍은 숲이야, 굉장히. 무서운데?
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
여기서 11살까지 살았지만 집에 있는 방 중에 절반이 들어가지 못했고. 떨어지면 죽나? 그런 짓을 해보면 되겠지. 열려.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
왜 열다 마세요, 선생님? 선생님, 개봉하라잖아요. 이거 어떻게 하는 거야, 대체? 조작감이 거지 같은 거. 열고 싶습니다. 긴급 즉시 개봉하시오 랬단 말이야. 이거 어떻게 오냐. 안 열려. 손 모양 다시 나와야지, 열지. 저기요, 선생님? 모르겠다.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
지나가네. 여기로 가는구나. 폭포를
In her will, my mother left me a key but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
이번 길로 가도 되는 거야. 이 길이 아니었으니까. 하지만 이 내려왔어. 갑자기 죽는 거 아니야? 되게 똑같다. 슬렌더맨 같은 거 내려.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
자막을 굉장히 잘 만들어.
But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
어디로 가도 한 길로 통하는 모양이야.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent,
기분 나쁘다 있어.
as if they're about to say something but never do.
절대 말하지 않는 느낌. 숲이 무슨 말을 해야 했을까라고. 윗길로 가나 아랫길로 가나 길은 똑같았어. 이게 아마 윗길인데. 왼치마다 동굴에도 있고 트럭이 한대 있고.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
그 모습이 이런 집 꿈에 나오는 완전 무서운 꿈이야.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
누가 없었다. 실종자를 찾는 전단이 여기저기 뿌려져 있고요. 어린 남자애가 있고.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
집이 두려운 거라고? 진짜 공포 게임 아니야? 아무것도 모르고 시작했는데. 열쇠로 연다?
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
열리면 또 무서웠을 거야. 늘씬한 친구였나 보다. 여기는 뭐 열쇠 들어갈 필요 없고. 뒤는? 여기도 열쇠 있는데. 어머. 무섭게.
Prowling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
강아지 용수.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
무섭게 불도 안 켜지는 집에 왔어. 무서워.
For the first time in years,
정말 오랜만에 처음으로
I felt like I was home.
느낌이 들었다. 이렇게 아니 집에 이사를 가면서 챙겨나가지도
But
않고
instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
대신 추억만? 가족들 다 죽었나? 근데 진짜 아무것도 안 가지고
Nothing in the
이사갔잖아.
house looked abnormal. There was just
그래.
too much of it. Like a smile with too many teeth.
어머 어머. 저기 뭐 있지 않았어? 나 잘못 봤나? 무서워. 책이 엄청 많은데?
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
왜 이렇게 엉망으로 해놓고 갔을까? 뭐가 있어 진짜? 공포 게임 아니야? 공포 게임이면 꺼버릴 거야. 공포 게임이면 꺼버릴 거라고. What remains of Edith Finch? 좋아. 문은 걸어 잠겨 있고 뭔가 빛나고 있다.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
얘 오빠가 사라졌었나 보다. 그래서 오빠가 사라져서 오빠 찾는 전단이 여기저기 있었던 거야. 2층 가볼까? 아 무서워. 무서워.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the
나는
bedrooms.
모든 침실을 잠갔다.
Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
또 에디가 드릴로 들여다보는 구멍들을 뚫었다. 에디?
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
중조 할아버지.
I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
엄마가 가끔은 후회한 것 같다.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
루이스는 또 누구야? 이들기 열쇠 이게? 어머머. 문 열쇠를 안 주고 딸이 집에 들어갈 수 있으리라 생각한 거야?
Turns out, my mom was really good at
엄마는
keeping
정말
secrets.
비밀을 잘 숨겼던 거. 어우.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
어떤 이유. 뭘까? 무섭다. 이거 나오면 어떡해. 무서워.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door.
뭐야 뭐 있는데 무섭게. 무섭게 심해. 왜 이렇게
Just like I had no
무섭게
idea where all this was gonna lead.
저장 중. 뭔가 확 튀어나오면 나 게임 끌 거야. 진짜로.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
몰리의 방.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
뭐 여우 같은 게 있고 뼈 무슨 이상한 악마 같은 형상 해골 형상이 하나 있고 몰리의 방 에디와 스벤의 방 뭔가 깨진 불가사리 같은 것도 있어. 몰리 책을 펼칩시다. 나는 곧 사라지겠지만
December 13th,
무슨 일이 되고
1947.
이단을 잃지 알고
Dear Diary, I'll be gone
엄마가
soon,
저녁을 안
but I
줬어.
wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
뭐야 왜 어두워져? 저비를
The
먹이
gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
애완동물 밥 먹고요.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
뭐야 왜 애를 가둬놓고 그래?
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
잘해. 오우씨. 딸내미를 가둬놓고 뭐하는 거야? 화장실이네? 머리가
I kept
들었자?
eating and eating.
치약을 먹은 거야? 애기야. 애기가 치약을 먹네? 거울 보고 싶다. 점프가 안 되는 게 아쉬워.
I ate a lot of things that
나는 많은
night.
것들을 먹었다. 또 뭘 먹었어? 이건 안 먹니? 남겨놓는구나.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
그래서 지저분한 소리.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her,
어머나, 창문에 쇠사슬이가 나는데 이게 안 떨어지도록 해놓은 건가?
and suddenly, I was a cat.
깜짝이야. 아니 이게 뭐야? 아 이게 뭐야? 판타지야. 잡힌다.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
새 잡혔다. 아이고. 딸랑딸랑 소리가 들리네. 새 따라가는 게 맞겠지?
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
엄마랑 아빠가 쳐다도 안 봐. 엄마 아빠 여기에요. 일로 가면 되나? 새 어디 있어? 새 소리가 안 어디서 들려? 내려가도 되나? 무섭다 여기. 여기서
I
떨어져.
jumped and I almost got her.
새를 거의 잡을 뻔했다.
I could tell she was getting really tired.
그것이 정말 피곤해졌다. 새가 피곤해졌대. 잡을 수 있나 봐. 어디가 새? 여기서 뛰는
Now
거지?
I was up in the big tree.
내가 큰
I
나무에
promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
약속했는데 높은 나무에 올라가고 있어.
I gobbled her up,
어머.
and suddenly I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
바로 엉덩이에 소리가 있어. 쥐 잡는 건가? 굉장히 당혹스럽고 아무것도 모르겠지만 쥐를 찾는 건가 봐.
Rabbits.
아니 뭐가 있어야지 잡지 지금. 저분이가 없네. 쥐가 어디 보여? 토끼 잡았다. 세상에.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something
그런 거
bigger.
해서 날아갔다. 사람 먹는 거야? 사람? 그렇지 않는 짓을. 하지만 너무나 숨쳐서 사람 아닌가? 또 그렇게까지 잔인하지는 않을 것이라고 생각을 했어.
A mama rabbit.
엄마 토끼까지 새끼를 먹었으니까 먹는 거야. 세상에 운전 좀 잘.
She was almost too big to hear.
들기에 너무 컸대.
I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
먹다가 질식하는 거야.
And suddenly, I was a shark.
아니 잠깐만. 나무 위에서 상어가 되면 어떡해? 굉장히 당황스러운데. 땅에서 상어가 돼. 떼고 꼈어. 폴딱. 당황스럽다. 폴딱. 떼굴. 아니 불쌍하잖아. 너무 불쌍하잖아.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
어느 때 먹을까? 약간 그 물고기다.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
물개.
I tore off her flipper and it tasted really good.
미안하다 물개. 이건 뭐지? 배가 가라앉아 있어. 뭔지 모르겠네. 물개.
everything had changed.
이게 뭐야? 난 뭐야 대체? 살아있지도 않아. 어머, 뱀이야?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
괴물 됐어. 괴물이 되었어.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
사람.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
멈추지 않아.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
괴물 됐어. 왜 갑자기 어린애
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
좋은 냄새는 오래된 파이프야. 아, 이거 뭐예요? 뭐 튀어나올까 보네. 사람 살려줍시다. 뭐야? 여긴 어디야? 나 무서워. 아니, 내가 괴물이지. 난 지금 괴물이야.
I got closer and closer.
왜 몰리잖아? 나야. 어머. 그냥 아까 그 새 먹으러 온 거라고 말해줘. 그치? 아니야? 이 친구 괴물인데 벽을 못 타. 꼬리가 짧구나. 타고 올라가는 그런 건 못하나?
All of my stomach started growling.
깜깜해졌어.
And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything.
어떡해, 괴물이.
I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
헐. 너무 무섭다. 세상이 충격적이야.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
믿었을 것이다. 몰리.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors. This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, When we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom.
엄마로부터 왜 숨어야지?
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family, and his 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house, Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
뭔가 속이 안 좋아. 무서워.